the word no isn't really no. No means to me that right now, right at this moment, this relationship isn't going to work. But within an instant, it could be 30 minutes later, we could be in a yes situation. It just all depends on that person's path and what exactly it is that they need. I don't get upset when we're, focusing on maybe going after a specific player, say for the draft, or even, and we're just in our regular business. If we have a situation where the person says, no, I'm going to go in a different direction, well, whoever it is that they're doing business with still has to meet their needs, still has to accomplish the goals that they need to be able to fulfill that order. So for us, because of the platform that we have, I don't get too concerned about someone saying no today, because they could certainly turn around and become a customer for us tomorrow. Especially nowadays, being an entrepreneur, you really have to find your niche. You've got to have something that separates you from the others, because if you don't, you're going to have a very, very hard time being able to really grow the business. Because if anyone can do what it is that you're doing and they can actually do it cheaper than you, you're out of business. We are all getting so inundated by everything that comes to us through these banner ads, through these commercials on Facebook, through, these ads that are on Instagram. Everything is being pumped at us much more than when it was just a TV set or just the movie theater. Like, it's 24/7. So your message has to be crystal clear. It has to be presented in a way to where you're able to really create, trust, which then trust creates an opportunity for you to sell. Like, I'd love to be able to say that every time we make something or every time we deal with a customer, every single transaction is perfect, but it's not. There's a lot of situations that can happen where you have to step in and you've got to make a decision to help that client. And I always look at it this way. If I lose a client, then I lose all opportunities for future revenue, right? So when I look at a situation that is happening right in front of me, I have to ask myself, if I take a hit on this now, am I going to be able to continue doing business with this person? If I am, then it's worth taking the hit. People are in one of four quadrants, okay? They're either in pain, gain, status quo, or overconfident. At any point, a person is in one of those four quadrants, okay? So you have to then kind of figure out what quadrant they are potentially in, and then how do you present your product in a way that fits within that quadrant. It's better to take the high road right out the gate, do what needs to be done to rectify the situation, and then just know and understand that, again, in the back of your head, there might be a potential to get back in the game with that person. Once they've kind of matured or, have, found a different place to be in. You might be selling yourself short. If you don't take the time to understand why it is that they want to buy from you, right? And what it is that they're really looking for. And is this more of a gain situation or is this a pain situation? You potentially, if you don't even handle those situations right, just because you've got a buying customer doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to keep them. If you don't take the time to understand exactly where they're at so that you are for sure meeting their needs. So if you, again, have this already in the back of your head that they're in one of these two spots because they're buying, well, then the way you present the information to them and what you offer to them can help you develop that relationship. As far as, getting into the world of sales and marketing, I wish that earlier on in the process, I would have understood what those four quadrants were. To know and understand why someone is telling me no, and from a psychological standpoint, like when you present something to someone and you feel very passionate about that you really feel that you can help that person, knowing and kind of understanding and asking the right questions to kind of know where they're at in their worldview would, I think, help me to not feel so rejected. once you believe in yourself enough, and again, once you can really get good at telling your story and being able to back that story up with your drive, facts, all those things, then sooner or later someone's going to say yes.